giving a voice to the voiceless. We share the stories behind our freedoms and the ultimate sacrifice of those who protect us all. This is Patriots Inside the Wire.
Patriot is someone who was willing to give his life for his country and served honorably in Iraq.
Signed our names with no regrets. Only wanted to be the best that we could be. And we wanted this and nothing more than to be true down to the core. We thought we'd live forever, but when the full moon is bright and the wind blows just right, I can hear your voice on the wind.
Here's one that I came back on the perfect day, but you know what? It's really more like
21 guns into the night till we meet again on the other side. 21 guns, this is goodbye till we meet again on the other side. Yeah, 21 guns.
beautiful thing to see the family and friends come together and honor his life and his service to our country.
It's great to see you guys out here. This is awesome, really.
Welcome to the Patriots Inside the Wire broadcast, hosted by Gold Star mom, Tracy Two-Step.
Hey, welcome out there tonight. It is Patriots Inside the Wire. We are so happy to have you with us tonight. You know, Wednesday Warriors, right? That is what we are. It's Patriots Inside the Wire right now. We are live. Please grab your loved ones, your friends, and those that you can and share this so that they are included on our show tonight. We have our lovely co-host here, Mr. John Swat. How are you doing, Mr. Swat?
I am doing great, Tracy. It's good to see you again and everybody out there.
Right. It's wonderful to see you. I do know that with Memorial Day just passing, I mean, my heart is out there. There's a lot of families that I'm connected to, and I am one also. So I have to be reminded of that. And I made it down to Conroe. So we have a special guest tonight who, ironically, I was so glad to hear something that he told me. So, but yesterday, Memorial Day, was the very first time I have gone somewhere where they said, you know what? Why don't you participate? Like, we would like for you. Why don't you come and do this? I went to Houston. So I was in Houston and I was just like, man, I don't know what it is about the difference, but the area that I'm like, man, I think I might be moving. I don't know what it is. It was just great. Everything about it was just the way it's supposed to be. So for everyone out there, Memorial Day, I know that it's hard. We have each other reach out. But right now, let's kick off this show with the guest that we have with us tonight, Mr. John Swat, as you know, our live musician, co-host, and veteran from Fort Stewart. And are y'all ready? Because I don't have a drum to roll. We've got a guitar, but here it comes. Hey, it is Commissioner Sid Miller. How are we doing?
It's all good. Good to be back on the show with you guys.
It is. It's I look at this like a monthly recap. We are trying to come back to, and that's pretty much what happens. There is so much going on, everybody who's listening to us. If you're not in Texas, it really is true. Texas is big. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, except we got a lot going on. So it's almost like, Commissioner, you get to come in once a month and say, here it is. Let me lay it out for you. So we appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing. We actually appreciate you for coming on Patriots Inside the Wire. Not only did you do that, you also, and I want you to talk about this, go TEXAN, your page, the things that you're doing. We saw that you put out a shout for Patriots Inside the Wire and the show. And I just want to say thank you. I mean, you have been a godsend. And I'm just so glad that you're here. Commissioner, you're the only person who has said, well, what do we need to do, Tracy, to about honoring and taking care of these families? And be careful, because I got the answers. So, Commissioner, it's good to see you. That area I was in, I met a gentleman named Wesley Doolittle. He came up to me. Someone said, do you think she knows? I heard the name Sid. And I turned around and I said, who? And he was asking the other Gold Star mother that was by me. And I turned around and I said, who is it? And they said, Sid Miller. Do you think she knows him? And I said, well, yeah, I do actually. I said, between everything that he does for our elections. And then they were like, well, he is one. He's in the runoffs right now. We're hoping he gets to be sheriff. I had this family messaging me. They had lost power in Houston. So shout out for everybody out there. But a lot happened. Their internet goes down. I'm getting messages going, Tracy, please tell us, did Doolittle win? Did he win? Did he win? I said, all right, I'm going to send a message. I did, and I just heard me talk really country, so y'all can do that. And so you were able to confirm for me, Mr. Wesley Doolittle did make sheriff?
Yes, he did. You know, he was running against the incumbent. The incumbent had all the endorsements. He had Dan Patrick and Paxton and the whole bunch. Doolittle didn't have anybody but me. I was back in Wesley. He's well thought of. All of the deputy sheriffs were behind him. All the law enforcement were behind him. He's a former DPS officer, but more importantly than that, he was a Texas Ranger. Of course, I have real close relationships with the DPS officers and the Rangers. People have forgotten, but when I served in the House, I was chairman of Homeland Security and Public Safety. So I had oversight over the DPS, over the Texas Rangers, securing the Texas border. So I've worked with a lot of those guys. I have a lot of respect for them. But he comes with a great background, a lot of experience. He's gonna make a great sheriff for Montgomery County.
Well, I gotta say thank you, because I actually did get to meet him and his wife. The location is called Honor Cafe, and that blew me away too. Honor Cafe down there is owned by a veteran that's just big-hearted, beautiful location that we all need to get down to and hold an event. I've already had many thoughts about what we could do. I just loved that hometown, small town feel, but yet here we all are. We were just together to honor, remember, and you know what? It came out beautiful. And meeting these people, it's not everywhere you go that someone says, does that, you think that she knows? It's because of this show is what I'm thinking. They don't pay attention to my legislation. So I said definitely. And so they want to say thank you. I'm supposed to tell you thank you from him and his wife and many people that were there that said, you know, if you get to talk to him, I said, I will. He's going to be on the show. I promise you. But thank you. And thank you from the Montgomery County people that held the most beautiful Gold Star Memorial Day ceremony. We honored POW. We honored so many. And then there at the end, they grabbed me. Shout out to Margie Taylor here. So Tracy, you're going to carry this Gold Star wreath with me. And I said, excuse me? What? Okay. Well, what do you want me to do? So go, and I'm standing back there, and it is hot, by the way. Beautiful location. And I'm thinking it's not going to be that heavy, right? This is just a wreath. We're the last ones too, by the way. So if I've got a veteran in front of me, and he's got to be 80s, 90s when he was carrying this POW wreath, looked easy. So in my head, I'm thinking this thing must be light. Okay, it's big. So go with me here. It's our turn to go. We went to pick this up. Like, whoa, wait a minute. You get on that side, I'll get on this side. We got this. There's a lot of wood on the back and a lot of different things. So, and it was actually fresh flowers, spray painted gold. So we're carrying this beautiful floral wreath. You've got the others already lined up. We get up there and the stand is there. And a little bit about me. I grew up without anything. If you fixed something, you do it yourself. You didn't call somebody. You had to do it, right? So they couldn't get it to stick up on the stand. And so after watching a few minutes and holding this, I said, you know what? I got it. Just hold on. Picked it up, took it to myself, and said, take your stand, kick out the leg. Someone else said, just lay it. I said, no, I'm not laying that down. I said, just fix your stand. I can hold this, and then let me put it up on the hook. So it all worked out great. I personally have never participated as someone in something like that. But Commissioner, you and I have spoken in regards to the Gold Star families, and I know that a lot of you are listening. I see these comments over here. I do see you here. There it is. It's Margie, and she's saying, Chris Sadler of Honor Cafe. Yes, thank you, Chris Sadler. Oh, we got a DC. Miss Twyla, let me see. Ah, I agree with you, Twyla. And Twyla, I really want to see you. I really, really have a lot to talk to you about with Gold Star Family Foundation. On the show tonight, Twyla, this is Commissioner Sid Miller. You and I are going to have to talk on the back channels. But this is who I spoke about, and this is how we get done what we want done. So I'll leave that alone for now. But I'm so happy with this. Every one of you, she said ditto. I hear you, hun. We have a lot to talk about with our Gold Star families. Not only that, I mean, I look on this show, it's patriots, it's first responders, it's, but we definitely need to talk about what we're going to be doing. So tonight, she says, indeed, she's in DC, by the way, everyone that's listening, whether you're audio, video, we are actually live right now with both. She was searching for a Gold Star group that she felt that small town giving heart. She felt a heartbeat in it. And I have my name tag on. So I was like, yep, what do we need to do? So it's so great to have y'all here. I do see you. Thank you, Brent. Always. You sure do. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. So that's for you. Whoa. Nice. William Hochstedler, Commissioner, says that he just met you in Vegas and that you were wonderful and running off for the state Senate District 19. I only know one in Nevada, and we both know who she is. That we
She was at, yeah.
Well, shout out to her.
She's a good friend
TK
of ours.
Crab, and she was at the fundraiser. Matter of fact, she was the one that invited me there, and that's where I met the gentleman.
Oh, well, I was talking about Stephanie, because Stephanie is going for Senate, the Republican seat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we got Stephanie out there. So, hi, William. No offense. I hope you're having a great night.
Well,
I do see the messages.
Commissioner,
There's a lot.
Tracy, we were talking to Stephanie not too long ago, and one of the biggest endorsements, Commissioner, was you, of course. I know you're a good friend of hers, and she speaks very highly of you. And I think with your endorsement, that could go a long way. And she is just a wonderful patriot, wonderful mother, of course. And of course, Tracy, you and her have something in common. Her son is serving right now, but Commissioner, she speaks very highly of you. When she got your endorsement, it was almost like the light went off. She was just gung-ho after that. So I know she's a good friend of yours and a good friend of the show's.
Well,
she's
a true patriot. We are both very concerned about the Biden's 30 by 30 land grab. So she's on top of that. One of the few people that actually understands it. So I appreciate that about her.
Yeah, I do too. Thank you for that. Commissioner, I have 3 topics here for you. For a lot of you, I know you've seen this flyer we have out here. So I have 3 subjects tonight. One is going to be Go Texan, and that will be a very moving thing that I'd love for others to do. One is going to be updating us on a couple of the others in the race and what you saw here out of Texas. And that third one is going to be I got a message about your bus being wrapped back there. And you know by who. I won't call out a name. Actually, they did say we are welcome to. So it's 3D designs signs out of Arlington, Texas. Is it 3D?
Right.
Yes, 3D designs out of Arlington, Texas. They do a lot of work up there with signs, and I did not know that they would wrap a whole bus like that. But we chose to only show you part of that bus. But if you want to see it all you have to do is go to Commissioner Sid Miller's page. I recommend Facebook. I mean, he's got 1 million followers, y'all. I mean, come on. Go look at this bus, and I promise you, no matter where you sit, it's just like I need laughter in my life. So, and we all know where I sit, so that doesn't mean we can't be friends. That just means we need to agree to disagree and figure it out, right? We are adults. But Commissioner, so my other 2 are it's going to be Gold Star families. I was approached again because what I did not know. So as everybody that's listening out there, veterans do not have to pay toll fees. Okay, did you know that?
I did not know that.
SWAT, you're nodding your head. Did you know that?
I did after you told me today. Yeah, that's great news. And, it's just a small way to honor our veterans. So I'm all for it.
It is. Yeah, it sure is that. And when the license plates get switched out like that, they don't have to pay. But you know what I'm about to say, don't you? So guess what? They came to me and they said, Tracy, it's not going anywhere. We have tried, and this is multiple people, I'm telling you, multiple. Why aren't Gold Star families, when their active duty service members killed, why don't we have anything for them? I said, you got a damn good situation there going on, don't we? I said, well, if I had everything to do with it, I promise you it'd be done, but I don't. But I do have someone who watches out for us out here, and I'm going to bring it up. And so you're that someone, Commissioner. So you just got another job.
All right. I'll add it to my lengthy list you've given me already.
Well, the biggest would be the signs. So we're going to work together. Everyone that's out there listening, we are going to launch part of this as, the sign initiative. This is going on in other states very easily. To me, I'm like, why is it so hard in Texas? Why does everything have to be layer upon layer upon layer? So I figured it out. I was like, listen, don't go through session. You get you a country road, a farm to market road, something like that, and we can get it done. So we're going to work on that one. That's what he means. I've got a list. And so that naming, whether it's naming a bridge or we're going to put a sign up in honor of our fallen heroes from Texas for those families. But I was told to bring up toll fees. I did not know that. So that is coming from goldstaradvocates.org, goldstaradvocates.org. Yes, I'm on the board, but no, I had no clue about this either. So for anyone hearing this, it was the first time for me too. Commissioner, I've also mentioned to you throughout each session, I used to have a program. While my son, I say Sergeant Two-Step, he's still with me, but my point is, with him before, it was Military Moms of Texas, not just moms. We were taking care of, we still do, active duty, you name it. We didn't say no. I figured out a lot of things that were going on with session. And one program that I had was a great program. During session, we bring in these Gold Star families. We let them come in. It's their day. They've got the signatures of everybody there at the while we're in session, and they get to come up, shake a hand, and get their picture taken. And to them, I'm telling you, it was like they'd won the lottery just because, listen, everybody's in that room, every political individual, and they actually shout out their name. And that day, that bill number is theirs. So that is easy. But of course, I'm going to be coming to you. So I'm going to come with you with signs, tolls, and then we're going to do the ceremonies during session. So
Good.
I didn't really add a whole lot to you. I just didn't know about the tolls. But, how do you feel about all this?
You know, when I was in the legislature, we did stuff because I represented Fort Hood. It goes by a different name now, but I still call it Fort Hood. I probably always call it that. But we for veterans active duty, we got in-state tuition. Then we got in-state tuition for their spouses. We got for active duty. We got free hunting license. Every session we try to do something. But we got Bronze Star license plate one time. I passed that. They're just, there's a whole lot of things we can do. The bottom line is we just can't do enough. That's the problem. So I think your project is very worthwhile. It should be easy to do. I don't know anyone, except maybe a communist that would be against that. So, I think it'd be easy to get through. We just have to pick a legislator that's passionate about it, because if they don't have the passion, it kind of gets put in the pile and you never see it again. So we need to pick somebody that's passionate about it.
Well, we've got that. We will. I mean, you're so involved, so I trust that you'll know exactly where we need to go about that. And again, everyone that's listening to me, I've heard sessions so many times because of the signs. We just had Memorial Day. I'm around Gold Star families a lot, more than just on the phone lately. And so bringing back that program, I thought, you know what, that one program is not like an extra anything for anybody. It's a matter of bringing them in. Their representative needs to be there. So obviously their representative would be handled in their area. So each representative would get approached in their own area. So we don't have to do all the work. There's no way for us to go to every area, every representative. So I've done it before and it was a beautiful process. So that part is going to be, I'll help you on that one.
Good. I look forward to it. That's a very worthwhile project.
Well, thank you. That and the sign.
Not nonpartisan too. We shouldn't have any trouble getting that one through. I wouldn't think, but you never know.
I never know. That is true. I'm always surprised. I do know that. Thank you, Brent. Being in legislation and being there and trying to lobby and boy, we were speaking a few moments ago about who was in the runoffs. One of mine that I know did something. I still have to say that person went above and beyond. So now you got to find me somebody that's, works heavily in the police area, the border. I was able to get the Border Association. I was able to get the Police Association, all these people just from this one representative. So I know that, everyone makes mistakes, right? And an election is an election. If you got out and voted, you did your duty and you should. But now that we don't have some of those people, I'll be looking to see, okay, who do I turn to now that is able to get there? So,
you'll have a lot of new ones to pick from. I think there's going to be a very large freshman class, over 30, maybe close to 40, new seat holders. We'll see. And there may be a few changes in the fall election too. So it's not what the ink hasn't dried on the election yet. So it was a good night for conservatives. We won out of every seat that we had challenged, but about 2. And the rest of them came through.
Nice. That's good to hear. That's great to hear. So I know you did a lot of work on that. I mean, that needs to be recognized. I know for a fact. I mean, there was a time when you're on the road and it wasn't in a bus. You're just in your truck like you are now.
Right.
I would be like, "You're where?" I'm like, "What in the world do you sleep?" Of course, I'm trying to talk business constantly. I don't look at it as business. I look at it as we need to be the people. I don't want to follow. I want to lead. So we shouldn't be here in Texas, and I have these other states that have these programs, and I'm going, okay, no, I got to step up too. So I got to get back, get more involved. Obviously, the two-step act is going to be first, and that also depends on the fall elections on what I do as well, if I go federal or not. So I can't give you an answer unless we know what's going to happen. And Commissioner, you want to give me a little anything? What do you think? I see your picture there with Mr. Trump himself. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that one thing that concerns me, and you mentioned it earlier about the bus. Uh, the plan is to keep Donald Trump off the campaign trail, and they're doing that by keeping him in the courtroom. He just can't get out on the trail. So I've decided that he needs some surrogate speakers. So that's what my bus tour is all about. I'm going to take that bus to all the swing states, setting up co-chairman in each one of those states. We're going to hold our own rallies. We're going to get out the vote. We're going to do mail. We're going to do TV. We're going to do text messaging, everything that we possibly can. And our goal is not a very lofty goal. Each one of those swing states, if we can move the vote 1%, just 1%, in those swing states, we win every swing state. They're that close. So that puts Trump back in the White House. So a 1% increase in those, 8 or 9, 10 swing states will put Donald Trump back in the White House. He's not going to be able to do it by himself this time because he's just not going to be able to get out there.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's the only one that can campaign from the basement, and Trump can't really campaign from the courthouse. So, but I think Biden does a better job in the basement. He's not so good when he's out on the campaign stump. But that's what that tour is about, and it's very simple, Tracy. It's gas and groceries. Gas and groceries. That's what everybody's concerned about. Gas is up 100%. Groceries 30, 40, 50% up. It's everybody's having to pay $1,000, $1,500 a month more than they were paying under the Trump administration. So that we're just going to hammer that home. It's gas and groceries. So you can go to our webpage, gasandgroceries.us, gasandgroceries.us. If you want to join us, if you want to be part of that movement, we'd love to have you on our team. It's separate. It's not funded by the Trump campaign. Matter of fact, the way it's set up, we can't, collude with the Trump campaign. We can't strategize with them. We're independent from them. We have to remain that way. So that's the way it works. But I just took it on myself to take this project on. Somebody's got to do something. We can't not campaign and get our message out.
You're right. Is that gasandgroceries.com again? Can you give that to me?
It's gasandgroceries.us. US.
Good. Yeah.
Gasandgroceries.us.
Got it. I want to make sure I get this right for everybody out there, whether you're audio or video watching us right now. So for tomorrow, for instance, gas and groceries.us. I've got a comment in there, don't I? Gas and I need glasses, right? I just don't want to do it. But it is gas and groceries.us. And that is actually on your bus. That is another side to the bus that I did notice that is on there. Multiple states that you have listed. And what I think it is that those are the states you're going to focus on
Right.
in order to make things happen. That's what I figured. I am pretty smart up here,
Well, we'll have to get both of y'all on the bus and go, ride, make a few states with us and help us out.
I
We're
will
all
go.
for
I
that.
have said that. I actually have a true story. So I tell everyone before they go anywhere with me, if you've got something negative, don't do it. I'm the wrong person. I have had a personal situation that has happened when my son was killed. Took 15 minutes for this person to reach out to decide and look and see what the heck, we've got a national problem all across transportation right now if this is true. So I didn't have to literally do this circus I was doing around session. Not that I like a lot of individuals out there, but did I like running all around like that? No. So I appreciate and respect those that have been there for that. But for the two-step act, that is something that was border related. That is something that is terror related. It is foreign and domestic when they take that oath. Trafficking, uh, it affects all of this. These rental car agencies, and you don't have a clue who's in them. But I can tell you, unfortunately, I've had to do the research because when the military knocked on my door, I didn't know. So I don't want anyone to feel like that's dumb. There is no dumb question. It is just that I never thought that would be something that I had to figure out. So I do know that their national headquarters, Mr. Commissioner, is in Texas. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I did figure it out. I thought, man, how are they up here and would follow me, had their name tag on too. I thought that was funny. I'd be in, they'd be talking to someone. As soon as I'd walk through the door and they were like, did you just see? And I said, I saw him. And let's just talk. Let's just get this over with. Get down to business. And they were like, well, they have an issue with this, this, and this. And I'm like, I'm sure they do. They've been getting away with it for a long time. Texas could take the money right there. It would go straight back to TxDOT. I'm talking billions of dollars here that need to go back to Texas. So if you won't listen to me for the lives, you need to listen for the money. But yes, as I walked back down that hall in legislation, I couldn't help it any longer. Anyone that knows me, I am not PC. I am me, and I am about as country as it gets. Okay. I turned around. I couldn't help it. I'm holding his picture. I've got his one pager. I'm doing everything you can think of in session with the help of some people behind the scenes that were just, my heart is just so grateful for. And it's not just Commissioner Miller here on the screen, y'all. There are some good ones out there. A lot of good ones. We just don't talk about them as much. I turned around and I said, sir, you might want to take off that name tag. If you're going to keep following me around all through here, are you going to buy me lunch? What are you going to do? Are you just going to walk around all day and follow me? What are we playing? What's the game here? And I just like, oh, shoot, she knows it's us. I'm like, you got your name tag on, buddy. Not only that, every time I walked in an office, they weren't even my representatives, but they all are my representatives because I vote. And that's what I tell everyone. Yeah, as soon as I'd walk in, they didn't hide that from me, and I appreciated it. But that's a good point right there. I was told nonstop, well, you're not in our district. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. The district I'm in did not have anyone functioning. So the ones that took it are because they understood the need. They understood that Texas needs to get on this. So I was very, very grateful. And I did have help from the commissioner on where maybe we should route this. And so next session, we'll get back into that. So I found myself to be an unpaid lobbyist. I'm the unpaid lobbyist. So I am the unpaid show. All of this is if we ever get a sponsor, we're looking for you. We got a lot going on. But as far as relationships go, man, kindness goes a long way. And if you don't agree, just agree to disagree. I mean, it's that easy, right? It should be. It really should be. I think we all at least know that much. I can tell you that. Commissioner, what do we got going on? So we're looking good as far as the runoffs. You said as far as conservatives and everything you were working on, that went your way. That looked good.
Most of it went our way. We had out of the 8 rhinos that were in runoffs, 6 of them lost, 2 of them won. One of them was the speaker, Dade Phelan, won by about 300 votes. Gary Van Deaver and Northeast Texas won by about the same amount. Come to find out, what they were doing is recruiting Democrats to come vote in the runoff. So they each got about 1,500 to 2,000 teachers union Democrat votes to come over and vote in the runoff, and that's the only reason we didn't get those. If it just been straight Republicans voting in the Republican runoff, they would have lost too. So we just wrapped up our state Republican convention, and on the party platform this time is to have closed primaries. Most states have closed primaries. That means you have to register as a Democrat or register as Republican to vote in their primaries. We have open primaries. Anybody can vote in any primary. But you can only vote in one primary. You can't vote in the Democrat primary and the Republican primary, but one or the other. So it doesn't stop crossover voting. So if you're a Democrat and you didn't vote in the primary, you're open to vote in the runoffs. So that's what they did. They went to the voter records, found the Democrats that did not vote in the Democrat primary, basically because no one runs at the Democrat primary anymore. There's not a Democrat primary. So there was a lot of them. So they recruited those people to come over and vote in Republican runoff. And I don't know how you fight that. Other than have closed primaries, that would stop it.
Well, your good friend TK's got some advice for you. She said, get Dale Houston's bus he bought from his father's tour bus, Merle Haggard. TK said to tell you that.
Oh, okay. We might do that. So.
If it's Merle Haggard, TK, and you're listening to me right now, I am in. And there is Miss Stephanie Phillips right there that you endorsed. She is in Nevada right now, and it is coming down to the wire. So anybody out there listening to me right now, Stephanie Phillips, Phillips for Nevada is how you can find her, or just Stephanie Phillips. Use that number 4. Thank you, SWAT. It is that number 4 in there. There she is saying, thank you, Commissioner, for your endorsement and everything that you do. Definitely. And out of DC, so Twyla, I see your messages here, and we want to say thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. They are heartbreaking, but you know what we do? I do this. I have to turn to up there, and then I have to keep going. I don't lay down and cry. I get up and I do something about it. So I appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to do more with you. I know that we can do a lot together. I know she was asking if you plan on going east at any time, Commissioner. Are you going east?
East, like East Texas, or like the East Coast, or
she's in
Israel,
DC.
the Mid East, or which
No, I wouldn't let you do that. No, she's in DC. She is in DC. Washington, D.C.
Oh, D.C. You know, I get asked that a lot.
I've got 3 people asking.
I was actually, prior to the last presidential election, I was at the White House contacted me and wanted to know if I'd take a Senate confirmed appointment. There was going to be some changes in the Trump administration after the election, and they wanted me to come up and run the USDA. So I've been asked once. I actually went through the FBI background checks. I don't know if that's going to happen again. We haven't really talked about it in depth. I think Trump is, and I am. I think we both are focused on getting him reelected, and we're not worrying about cabinet positions at this point. Is not on the table. I mean, we've got to be laser focused on winning the presidency back. Then we get that done. Then we can go, to part 2 in filling out the cabinet. But until we win, we shouldn't be distracted by, who's going to be, appointed to what. That's just not something we should be even talking about, in my opinion.
I hear you. Another area that I'd like to point out is term limits. You were talking about how runoffs. I, for one, I do like term limits in a certain position. How do you feel about that?
Well, at the state level, term limits are not good, and I'll have to explain myself because It's the soundbite is great. Term limits, kick those guys. They've been in there too long. Well, here's the problem. So at the state level, your state representative is elected. It's a part-time legislature. They only meet every 2 years for 5 months. Well, and then the bureaucrats run everything. Well, if you just go down there every 2 years for 5 months, it takes a while for you to figure out your way around and how to get things done, because you're not there day in and day out. And what happens when the legislature goes home and they tell the bureaucrats to do something, they don't do it. And they just go back. The bureaucrats run everything down there. And, the legislators have to come back the next session, threaten to cut their budget because they didn't implement the laws they told them to. And then to get their attention, then they begrudgingly, implement the programs that the legislature passed. So if you have term limits, they will just wait them out, 4 years, 6 years, whatever your term is. And the bureaucrats will run everything 100%. Right now, they only run it about 80%. So that's the problem at the state level. Now, federal level, that's a little different deal. And you might want to put term limits at state level, statewide offices. I mean, Rick Perry was the governor 14 years. I didn't have a problem with that. I think that the term limit should be at the ballot box at the state level, but that's a little long. Abbott's been in there. This will be 12 years for him. That's probably, we probably need new blood. I wouldn't be opposed to term limits on statewide offices. I'll be in the 12 years. Maybe I need to go and some new blood needs to come in. I don't know. So there's argument both sides. The federal level, you can justify term limits on the federal level when you look at some of those people that have been up there 30 and 40 years.
I agree. I actually knew Rick Perry as well. So before I even met you, working out there in the corporate world, a lot of the films, we have a lot of films that come to Texas. Everyone that's listening to me out there, this is true. A lot of films are done here. And I did I had 2 different companies. So between their concierge, their housing, where were they going to film, on which ranch, I would be on location. So, but I had two or three cell phones, and I mean, I was working like crazy, and I was just like, you know what? Life is short. Why am I doing this? Why am I, doing this to myself? So, but the point that I'm trying to make is a lot happens in Texas. So we also have a music commission office here in Texas as well. Were you aware of that, Commissioner?
Yes, I actually served on the House committee that oversaw that. Commission of the Arts, a lot of stuff. It's a good program.
It's wonderful, wonderful. Me, music is like medicinal, and now I got my youngest who's asking me. He's excellent at school. Just got President's Honor Roll. Let's just say honor roll.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's out of school doing great. 6'2" or 6'3" right now. I'm like, my Lord. I know. I'm not kidding you, y'all. It's true. He is. And just the other day, someone walked up and was like, well, asking him what kind of beverage he would like, and alcoholic is what they meant. I said, no. He's just turned 15. So they were like, what? I said, oh, yeah. Nope. He's a kid. So, Commissioner, I agree with you. I love being educated, updated, and understand, your view about term limits, because that has been thrown around a lot. And I like how you put that out there. I do believe, I do disagree on something. You're not going to get to retire, number one. Number two, I have a feeling, we get one in that we're working on in the fall that our other one right here is probably going to be doing some extra work somewhere. So I do have that feeling about you. So you don't have to tell us any secrets. But I already know. I mean, just look at the picture. It's great. I just had Roger Stone. I'll have to send you that interview. I don't know if I ever did, but I have not put that out. Yeah, I didn't put it out. I've got it. I just had to find it yesterday. I'll get it to you. And For everyone out there listening, I will put it out. I'm going to put it out under a media group ran mostly by veterans and others, and start looking at some sponsors. But yeah, she's here in she's in DC. So Twyla, you're right. First things first, but anywhere in DC. But if you come to Texas, we will take care of you. So just let me know at any time, Twyla. But yes, I will go there for a cause. The biggest thing that I left off earlier, meaning whether it's Gold Star families, Angel Moms. This is why I had to do the interview with Roger Stone, and or fentanyl and our borders. And what's happening. So every one of those subjects has killed someone, and then again, it relates to my son too, has killed someone in my family. So I'll bring that heartbeat. I got the true stories of why do I not have any family right now. We've got my brother with 30 by 30. We've got my son, active duty, can survive in Iraq, but he can't survive on U.S. soil because we got a horse and buggy forgotten situation when it comes to our transportation. I've got a cousin who did take a pill that back surgery, thought the back was hurting, fentanyl, died immediately, and Border Patrol agent Javier Vega Jr. shot and killed by two illegals while his family was there visiting. His father was shot. They are not doing well right now physically. So, Mr. Vega, we want you to know that we're sending prayers out, and I am going to get down there to see you again. So, that is the Vega family. So, I am connected to every bit of that. So, I've been saying he's allowed to call me. Well, and you too. You have my information, and I will tell the truth. I will speak about, yes, this is something that I've never seen anybody move quicker or jump on something and understand it better than you have, Commissioner. So I can only imagine. I'd love to be in that room with y'all talking and just like over here, what the heck y'all are talking about. We probably do more laughing and all rather than talking, is what I'm thinking.
Well,
Well, I think it's great. I think that you've been excellent. The fact that you are roping in Oklahoma right now, uh, I mean, you'll have to send us a picture of that one because I want to see that one. I've got
all
you
right.
doing all sorts of stuff here. Now, nobody get the wrong reasons out there. I already knew how that came out. I mean, with all that he does and with all the work out there, the bus, for instance, so we got it behind you there. If you go to our pages, you'll find it under Patriots Inside the Wire. Um, yes, there are many, many, many areas you're involved in. This gasandgroceries.us. Get a hold of that, the 30 by 30 with our land. You need to understand what we're talking about when we go there as well. This is why Stephanie was endorsed, because before ever meeting me or the commissioner, she knew what it was. She did her own research. So, and I can tell you that hardly anyone knew about this when I started talking about it. I say bless you to everybody. You're sending these messages in. We appreciate it. Um, but as far as Go Texan, Commissioner, yeah, it's a beautiful sunset behind you, by the way.
Thank you.
I can see that. A lot of people are not familiar with Go Texan. What is the easiest way for you to let them know about Go Texan?
Well, it's something that was started 25 years ago, so it's been around a while. It's kind of changed under my leadership. Originally, it was to help market entrepreneurs, small startup companies, mom and pop operations. They might make really good beef jerky or peach preserves or some agriculture product, but they just didn't really know how to market it. So they could partner with us. We'd show them how to get it into HEB or Kroger's or market it on Amazon or export it. So it became a partnership. We became a marketing arm. Under my leadership, I've expanded it quite a bit. I have a global outreach. The first 12 months, we were on every continent on the globe marketing Texas products. Man, I've changed. It's not just Texas agriculture products. It's anything Texas. I mean, we have members like SpaceX and the Gulf States Toyota and pharmaceutical companies. It's just great. Everybody wants to do business with a Texan, so it's an easy gig. I mean, I just show up overseas. It's something, I just got back from Kenya of all places. And this cowboy hat, and belt buckle and boots, it turns some heads, I promise you. Everybody want to know where I was from. They say, "Oh, Texas. Oh, J.R. Ewing, J.R.
Yeah.
So
oh,
it's been
for you
easy.
young ones out there.
We we're the only ag department that has our own TV show. Next week I'll be recording our 12th season. We've had over 100 episodes on RFD TV, the rural network. We're in 55 million homes across North America. We're the only ag department that has our own NASCAR racing team. No Texan members or sponsor that racing team. Every company on that racing truck is a Go Texan member. So we do a lot of things outside the box. We have a lot of, we have a, good time doing it. It's fun. And it's just easy and fun to promote Texas, period.
You got it.
Yeah, we're kind of the Chamber of Commerce for the state of Texas.
Yeah, I'm kind of finding myself in that position too. So by you recommending and talking about our show like that, Patriots Inside the Wire, we appreciate that as many times as you can to those a million people that are just waiting to see what you put up next.
You got it.
We want them to pay attention. I can't tell you how many times someone will say to me, "But you do politics, so I'm not coming on the show." All right, then I don't watch you. So you got to know what's going on around you. You don't have to be political, but you do need to know what's going on around you. I'm not asking anyone to get into politics. I do this with you and SWAT as well. SWAT and his family, where they're at on his, he knows the ranch life. I mean, agricultural life and how that works. You can't go for instance, you said this, it's like, are you going to go? Usually if you open up your door or your car lights up there above you, I don't know what your truck there. Yeah. There you go. There he
How's
is.
that? Is that better?
That's perfect. Right. That's perfect. We got
sun's going down on me.
It's pretty. It's beautiful, actually. It really is. But your eggs and all that you see in these supermarkets they came from the land, and they came from the lives of what is going on in our agricultural area of life for farming, ranching, you name it. And so, boy, to take kids on that field trip would be a huge benefit because believe me, they need to be educated in all of this. So as far as Go Texan, if we have someone that has a company, for instance, I can't remember the name of the boot company. There's a boot and hat company. Since we went there, you know me, I don't go without. I was up in D.C. in the White House with my hat on and my boots too, and accidentally telling off Mike Johnson in a nice way. Everybody in a nice way. I don't say bad words. I just, when I see elderly or children and they're not being cared for, I speak up. So yes, I had on my boots and my hat and you name it. So there it was. So I understand what you're talking about. But Go Texan, if someone else would love to, as far as your business and you're here, look up at Go Texan. It has its own website, Commissioner.
Yeah. GoTexan.org.
There you go. That's easy. GoTexan.org. So as you're listening, GoTexan.org. You also want to sponsor Patriots Inside the Wire. We're right here with you. I had a hat company. Who is your hat company, Commissioner, that you like here out of Texas?
Well, I like all the Texas hat companies. The American Hat Company in Bowie is a Go Texan member. Very good partner of ours. Of course, Resistol, Stetson, they're all made in Garland, Texas. We've got wonderful boot companies. Fanolio Boots in Nocona, Texas. They're Go Texan members. Rios Mercedes. Even ML Leddy's right there in Western Store is a Go Texan member downtown in the stockyards. Cavender's, they have many stores across the state. They're Go Texan members. So, it just, we just promote them all. We love promoting Texas homegrown products, Texas-made products.
Well, I would love to get mixed in with that so we get them some more out there. And as you're doing your shows, as you mentioned on your season that is coming up with your episodes, you can always grab us. We would love to come on and be there for you. You've got all the answers there for that TV part. I heard that. Immediately my antenna went up and I went, wait a minute, what did he just say? Because I have talked to several people and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, we're going to stay independent right now.
If you'd like to tune in to our TV show, it's Texas Agriculture Matters, 6 p.m. Tuesday nights on RFD TV.
Okay, perfect. Everyone, did you catch this? Tuesday, 6 p.m. in agriculture. As he mentioned, if you want to say it again, Commissioner, you can.
The station is RFD TV. You can get on direct or dish. A lot of the cable companies carry it. RFD TV, Texas Agriculture Matters. It's kind of like Bob Phillips' Country Reporter. We just go all over the state showcasing the best that Texas agriculture has to offer. And you'll recognize a lot of the people we interview. We'll interview 3 or 4 different families per episode.
Well, that's nice. Well, I'm here, so I'll wait on that invitation.
All right.
As I have to do a shout out though, American Hat Company, you did bring them up. You have seen my professional cowboy hat. Now that's my specific events hat. That's American Hat Company. So being an ambassador for them, I am. But yes, so any products, anything out there with Go Texan, I'm more than happy to work with them and would love to. Commissioner, here at the end, normally what we do is we've got John Swat here with his guitar, and I usually ask the guest, what are you in the mood for? Are you in for something he wrote, Texas style? Are you in the mood for, what are you in the mood for?
I think, since we just went through Memorial Day, I think I'm up for something patriotic, something American, something,
upbeat,
that would honor our soldiers, something like that.
Okay, so upbeat, right?
I bet John's got something in mind.
I always have something in mind, Commissioner. And by the way, just real quick, for those of y'all out there, the Commissioner is not only an advocate of all the veterans and soldiers out there, but he's a advocate of all the cowboys out there, of course. And Commissioner, I'm sure you know this, one of our mutual friends, Mr. Shane Hanchy, he just had a brand new baby. So we just want to take him. Yeah. So I know you know Shane, and of course I do too. And yeah, he's a good friend of both of ours. So we want to give him a real quick shout out. I told him next time I talked to you, I'd let you know. He just had a brand new one. So we want to wish him a congratulations. But
absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations. A boy or girl?
We're going to keep that on the download. I don't know if he wants that information out there yet.
Okay.
I think it's a little boy, but
maybe it's one of each, hopefully.
But thank you so much for everything you do for the great state of Texas. And you know what? It just goes to show you cowboys, no matter what the age, they can still rock and roll it. He's up there in Oklahoma City, y'all, still doing his calf roping thing. And Commissioner, everything you do, not just for the great state of Texas, but for the country, we really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all the support and, everything you've given up and your time and your efforts and everything you give up, not just for, me and all the other veterans, but everybody in the great state of Texas. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm honored to do it. God bless you both. What you're doing.
Well, Tracy, he says he wants something a little patriotic. So what do you think I should play? Are you there? Hello. What just happened? Tracy, are you there?
I can hear you just fine. Everybody else can hear you.
All right. Well, I don't know what just happened, but anyway, I'll go ahead and, this is a song I wrote, Commissioner. I was in the United States Army, and, it's not Christmas time, but we celebrate Christmas in July down here. I know you know that. So this is a little song I wrote. It's called Soldier's Christmas. I bet by now they gave their list to Santa Claus, and they're wanting everything they've seen at the shopping mall. I know it's hard to hang those lights all by yourself, and I'm wondering where you put that elf on the shelf. I bet you're cooking something in the kitchen. I can almost smell what I'm missing, but I can't wrap it up. Can't make a delivery. Oh, I can't sign a card, put it underneath the Christmas tree. No, it ain't for sale, but I don't mind at all. Being a soldier, sending freedom over. I bet by now that church is on the candlelight, and you're on the second verse of Silent Night. I hope all is well and all is burning bright. Just know I'm thinking about you tonight, but I can't wrap it up. I can't make a delivery. Oh, I can't sign a card, put it underneath the Christmas tree. No, it ain't for sale, but I don't mind at all. Being a soldier, sending freedom over. No, it ain't for sale, but I don't mind at all. Being a soldier, sending freedom over. Sending freedom over. 'Cause I'm just a soldier.
Good job. Well done.
Sure, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everything you do. I don't know what just happened to Tracy, but hopefully she'll be joining us here in a minute.
She may have had to take a break.
It's all good, but I know you're up in Oklahoma City right now. Like I said, I was just out that way, and got a lot of family up there, and you know, we just we know things are going well up there, and so we hope everything goes well with the election, and you know, we hope you just keep rocking and rolling and doing the best you can. We know you are every day, sir.
Thank you, John. God bless. Y'all take care, all right?
All right, God bless you too, my friend.
All right.
All right, talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Good night.
All right. Well, just those of y'all that know, that was Commissioner, you know, Sid Miller, of course, Commissioner of Agriculture down here in the great state of Texas. You know, he's out there doing his thing every day. And so we appreciate you guys joining us here on Patriots Inside the Wire, of course, with Miss Tracy Dawes, our Gold Star mom. I myself am Mr. John Swatner. I am a United States Army veteran, as most of y'all know. We just had Memorial Day, so I know a lot of y'all are out there, you know, cooking up those steaks and hamburgers and hot dogs and celebrating with your friends and having a cold one. But hopefully, when you were out there, you got to have a cold one for all of those who passed, and we remember on that day. So I know that's a special day for Tracy. Of course, I told her that was remembering. We were remembering, and her son Adam on that day, and we had a cold one for him, and we salute him. We salute all of y'all out there for everything y'all do every day. So anyway, that being said, I'll play one more for you guys to go ahead and send y'all out on a high note. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining us in Patriots Inside the Wire. We're here every Wednesday with our Wednesday Warriors. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and we're going to see you guys next time. So let's end it up. When the sun comes up, we got them coolers ice down. We get that thing hitched up. We get that truck backed up. We gotta roll. Find us some H2O. You start calling your girls, they start calling their girls. They got them Ray-Bans working those tens. Oh no. Make them wanna shake some things off. Take it to the chorus, yeah. We doing that bow rocking, we doing that body shotting, drip dropping, beat bumping. Yeah, we ain't stopping. Just tell them that the party's on. Hey, confess it on. 'Cause we doing that bow, we doing that bow rocking, rock, 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 rock. We making it rock, 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 rock. When the sun goes low, still on that solo flow, moon hanging like a disco ball. I swear you can't go wrong if you take another sip. Make you wanna skinny dip. We doing that bow rocking. We doing that body shotting, drip dropping, beat bumping. Yeah, we ain't stopping. Just tell me the party's on. Yeah, confess it on. 'Cause we doing that bow. We doing that bow rocking, rock, 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 rock. We making it rock, 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 rock. Yeah. Hey. That's right. We making it waves. We making it ripples. What? We making it sway up just a little. Yup. We making it waves. We making them ripples. What? We making it sway. We making it jiggle. We doing that bone rocking. We doing that body shotting, drip dropping, beat bumping. Yeah, we ain't stopping. Just tell me the party's on. Confess it on. We doing that boat. We doing that boat. Rockin', rock, 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 rock. We making it rock, 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 rock. Everybody rock, 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 rock. We making it rock, 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 rock. Hey! Y'all. Well, we're trying to get Tracy back in here. We're not really sure exactly what happened, but once again, my name is John Swat, of course, with Miss Tracy, Gold Star Mom. There she is. Hey, how you doing, girl?
So when I have to do like technology, thank God I can do it, and I didn't have to call computer nerds. That's all I can say is internet got knocked out. It has to do with the weather up here, but I finagled it as a hotspot through my phone, literally. That
Well,
took a minute.
somehow we got through it. Of course, the commissioner had to get going. He's a busy man, of
Okay.
course, but he he wanted me to let you know that he's on board. He really appreciates everything, and of course, good friend of the shows. And we tried to carry on without you. I had to throw another song out there too, but to
Yeah.
everybody out there, once again, especially after Memorial Day. I was just saying, of course, I was telling, Tracy that we were thinking about Adam. We had, one in his
Oh,
honor. And of
you
course,
did?
well, of course we did. It's because it's one of those days,
Aw.
everybody's out there, grilling up steaks and hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah.
it's one of the few days where, you get to remember those that have, given up the ultimate sacrifice. And Tracy, I know you know better than anybody. Um, but I've had friends that have given up that sacrifice, and I know your son gave up the ultimate sacrifice. But to those out there,
They're still listening. So I've got so many messages I'm going through here for you. I don't even know what you're saying, but they're saying Tracy's back. Play another one, so she hears it.
well,
I don't know
I'll
what you
play
played.
one more. But once again, to everybody out there, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Once again, we want to give a big shout out to Commissioner Sid Miller for joining us, and like you said earlier, putting us up on his page and sharing, our page on his page. And I mean, he's just such a wonderful person, a wonderful human being, a good friend to Tracy, a longtime friend, of
Yeah.
course. And we every time he's on the show, we really appreciate it. You guys are like kindred spirits, y'all are like family. So
Well, SWAT, I knew. I sent you the message and I was like, gosh, I hope that I know that you can do it all, except for when we exit, we have to hit the way to exit. But I was like, thank God SWAT is in there. And I was working fast. So I'm like, I could probably get a job at Computer Nerds, but I really don't want it. I really don't. um, so I'm glad you were able to do that, SWAT. I'm glad for
well,
everyone out there that's still listening, literally, and your comments and I mean, SWAT, they are, you know, for you. I mean, I see so many here. Um,
we're a team here, Tracy. You know that, and for everybody out there, I know Tracy usually gives out the information, but especially after Memorial Day, I know there's probably a lot of people out there that are going, through their own trials and tribulations. So if you
yeah.
ever need to reach out, of course, Tracy, go ahead and please put out that information for them to let them know how they can reach out to us if they ever need anything, or
Uh,
the people they need to
okay.
reach out to. So, I know you usually
The
do that. So,
smartest thing is, I mean, if you're in need immediate right now, call 988. If you're looking for resources, or if you're looking to be on the show, really the easiest way I can tell you is go to our website, and that is patriotsinsidethewire.com, literally. So I say go there. And what we have is a form you can fill out on the show. Let us know what it is that you'd like to be on the show for, and then it goes to the producer, and then it gets passed down, and it'll get to me. But I can tell you this, and SWAT, I'm sure you've already said it, but you will always find our show to have live music. That is an area where music is medicinal for me, and I know it is for you too, SWAT. Songwriting. We have a lot that's about to come up because we did get some moves. We had some pretty interesting things happen that will be wonderful for everyone out there. So I'm actually excited about it. I thank you, SWAT, that you did that. Commissioner Miller, to you, it was getting dark. I can definitely close for you and say thank you for all that you've done. I will be in touch. Thank you for joining us with everything that you always offer, Commissioner Miller. We are grateful for you and God bless you. But here on Patriots Inside the Wire, SWAT, they just go to the site, they can fill out the form and immediately comes to us. Or you could do info at Patriots Inside the Wire. So just remember the name of the show, Patriots Inside the Wire. That is us. That is Tracy, Sergeant Two Zip, my son. That is John Swat right there. JohnSwatBand.com. But you can look up John. I call him SWAT. But so you can look up SWAT. It's John SWAT. He is on every platform you can think of as well. So we will also on the website soon be able to have so he has his Spotify and everything that's out there. We also want to offer that through the show because more you can do for your artists. Listen, everybody, listen to this part. I've had to figure this out. This digital world, we've had a lot of people come to us. It actually kind of surprises me, the people that are coming to us saying, okay, how's this supposed to work now? Like, this is not how it used to be. And I'm like, well, I have an answer for you. And it's why I went this route. And this route is a digital route. So our artists do not even if you go to YouTube and you're looking at a song and you like that, you have to put it on your playlist. So when you go to Spotify, when you go to YouTube, you're going wherever you're going and listening to music, whether that's your Apple playlist, until you add that to your playlist, doesn't matter for the artist. The artist does not get anything from that. You do, obviously, from the music, and the music is there to, entertain. But if we want to support our musicians, you have to add it to your playlist. So let's be sure to do that to support our musicians out there. Again, music is a medicinal factor for me, and I just appreciate it. And I'm going to go now with what Mr. Swat's going to do.
Well, we were talking about Go Texan earlier, so I'm going to close out with this one. This is one of my favorites of all time. But once again, thank everybody so much for tuning in, especially tonight with our Wednesday Warriors. And,
Yeah.
Mr. Commissioner Sid Miller, thank you so much, sir, for joining us and giving up your time. We know you're busy, but you always make time for us. And everybody out there, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, me and Tracy are here every Wednesday with our Wednesday Warriors, and we enjoy every minute of it. Getting to touch base with you guys and, share our time with you. So thank you so much. That being said,
He's going to sing for y'all right now,
I've
so
got
hang
one
in
more
there.
for you guys.
He's got one so I can hear it.
One in honor of the Go Texan. I've been a lot of places. I've been around the world. I've seen a lot of faces, been with some beautiful girls. After all of that, there's one thing still amazes me. Just like a miracle, you've got to see to believe. God bless Texas with his own hands, brought down angels from the promised land. Gave them a place where they could dance. If you want to see heaven, brother, here's your chance. I've been sent to spread the message. God
God
bless
bless
Texas.
Texas.
First he made the sun shine, then he made the waters deep. Then he gave us moonlight for all the world to see. Well, everybody knows that the Lord works in mysterious ways. He took a rest, then on the very next day. God bless Texas with his own hand, brought down angels from the promised land. Gave them a place where they could dance. If you want to see heaven, brother, here's your chance. I've been sent to spread the message. God
God
bless
bless
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, God bless Texas. His own hand brought down angels from the promised land. Gave them a place where they could dance. If you want to see heaven, brother, here's your chance. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless Texas. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless Texas. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless
Texas. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Don't have any other words for it, but I do believe I was not on mute again, so that's okay. I don't care. I mean, I'm
All
used
good.
to. I'm figuring that all out, as we all know. So anyone that's ever listened, and you know what, SWAT, thank you. You're the other half of this team here. So you are just as much part of this show. And so we just saw that there's been twice actually this happened to us, and you got to carry it. And I'm like hustling to figure out how to get back in. And you probably be like, I'm not doing that part, Tracy.
We are
Yeah.
a team, and it works out well. And I know we're about to wrap things up. So once again, thank everybody so much for joining us. Tracy, thank you, and everything that you do every day, not just in memory of Adam, but you do it for all the other families out there, all the other Gold Star families, all the other veterans out there, all the other servicemen and women right now who are still serving. You do something every day, and you do it in their honor. So thank you so much.
I don't do a whole lot, but I do know that from experience, I sure wish I had more coming to my door. Uh, so SWAT, you have done that for me. You know what I always say: you connect a veteran to a Gold Star person, and there you go. You can't figure out your unit. You can't figure out where you belong. You're trying to transition as a veteran, and boy, the biggest thing I've ever seen is when I set up. Literally, I've done this to other people. So when they do this, um, I've seen it. And so my mentor SWAT was a Marine, and it's Javier Vega, who decided to work for the Border Patrol, and he was shot and killed. And so after losing him, I came upon you, and I was just so grateful, the timing of everything that worked out. So, I want to say thank you to you, but not just to you, but to Mama SWAT and SWAT Senior. We want to say thank you to them as well. They are heavily involved in making all of this a success. Everything the commissioner talks about, everything that we say on here, we are not just sitting at Facebook trying to be some podcasters. We want to make a difference, and we want to be there for you too. So if you have a story or you have something you'd like to share, please visit patriotsinsidethewire.com. You can join us every Wednesday, 8:05 p.m. Wednesday Warriors, and we can here on out on a Sunday. We will get back to you, but our singer songwriter, something that I love. So between the songs that I'm in the middle of, we are maybe once a month. We'll figure it out and get back to you. But our singer songwriter Sundays in the afternoon writing songs. This is the way that it was done in Nashville that I'm used to, but yet we're obviously all online. But you can still do it. We've done it. We had a great time doing it, and we look forward to doing that again. So our musicians out there, our veterans, our first responders, our Gold Star families, our angel moms, our canine, our people, I have to say this, be kind, do no harm. And, agree to disagree. There is nothing wrong with that. I don't want to live in a world where we're all the same. Okay. So if we disagree on something, okay, that's great. I don't want to sit and debate with you. I'm only going to go with what I know here and what I know up there. So, and I hope that we've been able to help you in some way. And if not, let us know. But SWAT, again, SWAT Senior is looking into several things for the show too. So not just the commissioner. So with Patriots Inside the Wire, I bet you SWAT did not tell all of you that he just drove around to, I don't know how many radio stations, literally a trip. So it reminded me, like the commissioner was sitting up there in his truck, and I was thinking, wait a minute, SWAT was just up there, literally. In Oklahoma. So to all those radio stations out there that SWAT visited, thank you for that. And thank you for the time that you give for Mr. John SWAT. He is representing in our music industry, our songwriting, now Patriots Inside the Wire. So add that all up, and the great family background that's been in the industry of songwriting for a very long time, Mr. SWAT Senior. So we want everyone to know about that too. So the family behind SWAT is also a family that is going to make our show stand out when it comes to bringing you music and bringing you Patriot Fest, which is up there in the right-hand corner. So with Patriot Fest, I do have to say this, Don Gonzalez, I hear you. I got your messages. Police officer, husband Marines. They would like to talk to us about Patriot Fest along with some others. So we just got to work on our main artist and talk about locations. So if any of you listening out there want to help with that or get involved, please go to patriotsinsidethewire.com. Again, it's patriotsinsidethewire.com. Send us a message and we are more than happy to do it. So tonight we are going to close you out with a little message here that comes from my oldest Sergeant Two Steps younger brother. And this is why the siblings area is so important to me, that we get something done for the siblings of our military active duty serving who are no longer here. That's a Gold Star family. They are not given any programs. There's a lot out there if you're the wife and you have kids, but the siblings out there. So it's not just about me, right? We need to help these families as well. So I'm going to show this out for you, and then we'll come back to say bye.
Thank you for watching another episode of Patriots Inside the Wire, hosted by Gold Star mom, Tracy Two-Step. Help us broaden our reach. Like, subscribe, and share.
Outside roots, so I'm my brother Two-Step.
Well, there you go. He says it best. I love it when he does his cadence voice. You'll be hearing more from us on intro songs and some things that we'll be doing. Remember, Patriot Fest, go to the website. SWAT, thank you. This is another great episode. It is just as much yours. So I was happy I got a message. They were like, he's carrying it. He's singing. I'm like, all right, you got it, man. I love you. I thought of you yesterday as well. Memorial Day, you and your family. And I know that, as you served friends, and that's the connection I'm talking about. So when everyone's listening to me, I was able to think about, wow, that one message you sent me, SWAT, was one of the few. There was another soldier that had served with him, but I didn't hear from a couple that I thought I would. I actually got your message, and it made me happy. So thank you for that too. Whether you know it or not, that little bit of kindness goes a long way. So we appreciate you for being here. We appreciate all of you out there for continuing to watch PatriotsInsideTheWire.com. We are looking for your sponsorship, and we have a lot of things coming up. So thank you for joining us. We're going to close out now with Patriots Inside the Wire Wednesday Warriors. And thank you for joining us. Thanks so much.